25 seconds late. Means you, David. All right, good evening and welcome to the Planning and Zoning meeting for the City of Smyrna. I really do believe today, if I didn't read that, I would have had to ask somebody where I am. Sorry. It's February 12th, 2018 at 6 p.m. and this meeting's called to order. At this time, I'd like to ask you to turn off all your electronic devices, put them in airplane mode. It tends to interfere with our recording equipment. Conducted much like a council meeting. As such, each application will include a presentation from city staff, followed by a question and answer session between staff and the board. Following staff's presentation, we'll have the applicant present their case and answer any questions. Once all the questions have been satisfied, we'll have an opportunity for anyone in attendance that would like to come forward and speak in favor of or opposition to the application. We ask that you come forward one at a time, state your name and address for the record, sign the sign-in sheet at the podium, and please direct. So we'll bear with us for 1 minute. We're going to run through several items that need to be tabled this evening. Actionable item. All right, the first item on the agenda is item 2017-314, that is zoning application Z17-014. It's to be tabled to the March 12th, 2018 Planning and Zoning Board meeting at the request of the applicant. We're going to have a motion to table. Ms. Lightfoot, and second. Mr. By, please vote. It has been tabled 7-0. All right, the next item on the agenda is 2017-316. That's application Z17-015. This is to be tabled to the March 12th, 2018 Planning and Zoning Board meeting as well at the request of the applicant. A motion to table, please. Motion, Mr. Monroe. Second, Ms. Harrington. Please vote. This application has been tabled 7-0. All right, the next item on our agenda is 2017-357. This is zoning application Z17-021. This is to be tabled to the March 12th, 2018 Planning and Zoning Board meeting at the request of the applicant. A motion, please. Mr. Bartlett. A second by Mr. Rice. Please vote. Motion has been tabled 7-0. All right. The next item on the agenda is 2018-66. Z1, it's zoning application Z18-003. This is to be tabled to the March 12th, 2018 Planning and Zoning Board meeting at the request of the applicant. Motion to table, please. Motion, Mr. Monroe. Second, Ms. Harrington. All in favor? Motion's approved 7-0. Okay. The next item on the agenda is 2018-67. This is a plat approval with variances for two residential lots, 0.946 acres, land lot 527. This is 1272 Hayes Drive, J.W. Hall Custom Building. Mr. Martin, the background, please.
This request is for a plat approval that consists of several variances. This request will be heard tonight. You guys will make an action on this, and then it'll get moved to the mayor and council meeting and heard on next Monday, the 19th, for final approval. The subject property is located at 1272 Hayes Drive. As you can see on this zoning map, this property consists of two recorded lots of record, meaning they are two individual parcels. Basically almost an acre, just 0.946 acres. with one single-family residence. The applicant is proposing to reconfigure these lots so that you'll have two lots fronting on Hayes Drive. And the lots will be 20,000 square feet apiece. They'll maintain their R15 zoning classification, so there will be no zoning change and there will be no use change on this property. We are just merely redesigning the lots so they can become buildable. The applicant is basically requesting to redesign the two lots. That reconfiguration will consist of 3 variances. One, to reduce the minimum lot size or lot width from 85 feet to 55 feet. Number 2, to reduce the minimum side setbacks from 10 feet to 5 feet. And C, to reduce the driveway setback from 5 feet to 0 feet. And all this information for the R15 zoning district versus the proposed lots is provided above, so you can see the differences. And finally, if y'all remember, 1258 Hayes Drive, which was the large parcel to the west of this property, we rezoned that property back in, I want to say, May, June timeframe. And that was a rezoning from R15 to R15 conditional for the development of 5 single-family homes, 4 homes fronting on Hayes and 1 home on King Springs Road. The lots on Hayes were 55 foot in width and had 5-foot side setbacks as well. So this proposal, and I'll show you in these future slides, how this all blends together, but the 2 lots that are being proposed will blend into this development. Here's the proposed site plan. As you can see, the lots have been redesigned, so you got 2 long linear lots that front on Hayes Drive. The proposed setbacks for the development are a front setback of 35 feet, a side of 5, and a rear of 30. And then on the south side of the lots, there is an existing stream buffer, and this stream runs through basically the middle of the site and then exits towards the southeast corner. So that's where the existing buffer is for these properties. So that'll be left undisturbed. Here's that adjoining development that I was talking about earlier. I'm sure you all remember this. This is what those 2 new lots will look like when they're reconfigured and redesigned and developed. So the lots are consistent with what we did on the adjoining property, and as you can see, it'll blend in with what's going on the south side of Hayes Drive. This is the same developer that got the approval for the 1258 property, so the architecture will remain the same. So they'll have similar style homes on all the lots. This is the subject property today. And then just give you some context, these are the contiguous properties around the subject property. Community Development has reviewed the request for the plat approval and the associated variances. We're supportive of those requests, and we recommend approval of the plat approval, or recommend approval of the replatting. With that, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Rusty, did you go back to the slide where you show the stream buffer, the green? Yeah. So does the stream just come up out of the ground right there?
I think the city engineer has walked the site and he's determined that's where the stream starts. So the ditch or the stream may be further north than that, but that's where, in his determination, the stream designation would start to apply.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Martin? Okay. Thank you, sir. At this time, we'd like to extend an opportunity to the applicant to come forward and tell us a little bit about your plan. Good evening and welcome.
If you guys remember last year when I was here, and Garvis Sams was my representative, but
You didn't want to pay Garvis to come do this tonight?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he's a little bit expensive, so
There's no
this
doubt.
time. Anyway, Rusty did a great job. I don't know what else I could really add, honestly, but we're going to be moving forward with the 1258 Hayes house development here pretty soon, and kind of the idea with this property is just to kind of keep that same look going down the street. So we had the opportunity to make an offer on this property for Mrs. Birdsong, whose parents just passed away, and so she's been wanting to sell. So she called us, and here we are. And so the idea is just to kind of keep the same nice look that we already have planned for 1258 Hayes, to kind of keep going on this property. And again, the pictures that Rusty showed you of the drawings of the homes, they're going to follow those drawings almost exactly. So each home will be a nice custom home. That's the kind of home that I build. And so with the two lots on this property, the rear lot can't be used. So kind of our idea is just to, keep the two lots, but have them in a way that would be usable, and that'll still look nice for the street. So.
All right. Any questions for the applicant? Forgive me, did you state your name for the record?
Josh Hall.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, that's all right.
Any questions? No? You guys had a lot more questions previously. All right.
Thanks.
Thank you for coming. Well, this is a public hearing. At this time, I would like to give the opportunity to anyone in attendance that would like to come forward and speak in favor of or opposition to this application. Okay. Let the record show there is no comment. All right. Any further discussion? Did you guys have, I do have one question. Did you look at tying this into the original development? Can you come back to the microphone, Josh? I'm sorry. I should have asked you when you were up here.
Yeah, we did, but it didn't make sense with the timing. We've been working hard to get the right things in place for the 5-lot development, and I think that we're finally there. So it's taken us a bit longer than we thought it would, which shouldn't be a surprise. But here we are. So yeah, the idea was to kind of do this as like a separate thing. But if we're able to make it look like it's a part of the other development, then that would be a win for us as well as the neighborhood.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. All right. Any further discussion? No? No. All right. Then I'd like to ask for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion to approve the plat with variances for 2 residential lots at 1272 Hayes Drive.
Got a motion to approve, Mr. Campo. A second? Second, Mr. Monroe. Can we please vote? The application is approved 7-0. Next time, just maybe you should negotiate a per syllable deal with Garvis. Sorry, even when he's here, he's getting PR. All right. Any further discussion this evening? Any announcements? Nothing. All right, the last item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the January 8th, 2018 Planning and Zoning meeting. Are the board members in possession of the minutes? Are there any changes that need to be made at this time, or can we have a motion to approve the minutes as presented from Mr. Monroe, our busiest board member of the night, and a second, Mr. By? Please vote. The minutes are approved 7-0. And now Earl Rice would like to sing. Without any further business, this meeting is adjourned at 6:16. I almost forgot what to say.
See ya.
Good job.
Thank you. See you, Monty.
Alrighty.
Give me a call if you have any questions like that, and I can spend a little bit more time.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you.
So, just right up front, I think I met you and Ken at when you did that whole, and I spoke up about my concerns about quality of life on the Spring Road corridor.
Right.
With, I'm all for it. I love